Montgomery and the Bruins face off against the Utah Hockey Club. Next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Gordon.
There's Marchand to McAvoy. Backdoor, Pasternak scores.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, it's the first ever meeting between the Boston Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club, and we are happy to bring it to you alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. We heard during our pregame interview with Jim Montgomery him talk about identity, and the way that they played on Wednesday night against Colorado showed a lot of that identity that he's looking for from this group.
It's the closest we've seen so far this season, early part of the season, to the way that they want to play. Not just one line doing it, but but more than one line doing it. I think that they have the fourth line doing it all season long. They've played to that identity, and they were looking for some other guys to get going. Jim Montgomery actually called some of his players out, maybe not by name, but you knew who he was talking about. They knew who he was talking about, saying that they needed to be better. They needed to drive the game a little bit better in terms of putting pucks deep, going to work in the offensive zone, making the other team's defense work, making them uncomfortable inside their own zone. It's something that the fourth line has done right from the drop of the puck here this season, and they've been together in all 4 of those games, or all 5 of those games. But now he wants to see it from other lines, and he did see it against the Colorado Avalanche. Can they follow it up against probably a better team in a sense where when I talk about Utah, maybe a little bit deeper, even though they've got a couple injuries on the back end, maybe a little bit deeper than Colorado is right now, even though Colorado's got that high-end talent.
Yeah, we'll see how the Utah Hockey Club is able to weather the storm through those injuries here in the early part of the season, particularly on the back end, and how the Bruins can try to exploit that tonight. We've got the opening face-off coming up here from Utah as the Bruins take on the brand new Utah Hockey Club coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It promises to be a month of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New to DraftKings? Try betting on something simple like a player to take it in for 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
Kids eat free at the 99 restaurants every Sunday in October and on Halloween. Visit the Nines for lunch or dinner, and kids can get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Back here at Delta Center, let's take you down to ice level as we get ready for our opening face-off. We'll get our national anthem to be performed by Joseph Buenafor. It's the colors.
And now, here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, Joseph Buenafor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say thus that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Getting set for the opening face-off between the Bruins and Utah. You take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Utah is Connor Ingram. On defense, a pairing of Michael Kesselring and Mikhail Sergachev. And up front, it's Nick Schmaltz, Clayton Keller, and Barrett Hayton. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman in goal. On defense, Brandon Carlo and Hampus Lindholm. And up front, Charlie Coyle centering for Justin Brazo and Brad Marchand. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsHub. New customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
The first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Michael Buonamano of Lawrence, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Michael gets a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game, courtesy of New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins on the road in their traditional white helmets, white sweaters, black across the shoulders, black numbers, gold trim, and black pants. Utah in black from head to toe. Utah diagonally across the chest in white, white numbers, and blue trim. Bruins attacking down to the end to our right to get things started. They get the puck deep, but a centering pass is taken away and pushed out of the zone. It'll be Clayton Keller to move it up the left wing side, and Schmaltz tips it in behind the Bruins net. Played to the far side by Hampus Lindholm, kept alive by Kesselring, and he'll play it back in behind the Boston net. To the near side, it comes for Schmaltz. Deals it back toward the blue line and lost it out of the zone. Schmaltz gets it back near the blue line, turns it in on goal, and it's gloved by Swayman. He hangs on for the whistle.
Healthy dose of Bruins fans here, Ryan. It's a pretty good crowd here for warm-up. There's a lot of black and gold in the crowd. Good atmosphere.
It is loud in here early. This is the second home game for this franchise. They won here on opening night, but have been on the road ever since. And a face-off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. And as they get ready to drop the puck, they're going to boot Logan Cooley out for Utah. And so Dylan Gunther will take his place. Far circle down to our left. Bruins control the draw, courtesy of Beecher. Up the near side boards. Kastelik got that puck through him as he was tied up with Valimaki, and he's arguing, but it's an icing against the Bruins.
No, because Valimaki didn't make a play on the puck. He made a play on the body. You got to make a play on the puck there, and that's what Jim Montgomery's yelling at the linesman. He's talking to the referee right now because there's no linesman within shouting distance, but if Valimaki doesn't make a play on the puck and he just takes the body there, it shouldn't be an icing.
So it's Kastelik to take the draw inside the Boston zone. Utah wins it back to the blue line, and Ian Cole wired one up off the back glass. Came bouncing down in behind the net. Mason Lohrei will turn it toward the far side. Beecher helps it out of the zone. Koepke was out in the neutral ice. He's got it. Stops short of the Utah line and now sweeps it in deep. Ingram, the goaltender, goes out to play it. Shoots around the near side boards. To the neutral ice. And now into the Boston zone. Lohrei tried to play it across ice. It was deflected in behind the net. Beecher takes it from there.
That's Krause. He's got a good reach there. You got to be careful of that if you're Lohrei trying to play that puck over your partner.
Dumped in from center ice by Beecher. Utah controlling in their own zone. Sergachev pivots away from pressure from Pasternak, and the puck will go in behind the Utah net. Just over a minute and a half gone by here in the first period. And an errant pass from the Utah zone goes for an icing against the hockey club and back down to their end for the faceoff.
I don't think Tourigny's going to be too happy about that one either. Bruins didn't even attempt to play that puck. All they had to do was reach.
Elias Lindholm will stand in on this faceoff. Zacha in the slot. Pasternak on the near side wall with Peak and Zadorov paired up defensively.
Even on the icing, so.
Off the faceoff, Utah controls. Puck shot out of the zone, and that one's going to trickle in on goal. Swayman paddles it aside toward the far side boards. Zadorov swats it out of the zone, and a foot race up ice for it. Sergachev just in front of Pasternak. Sergachev gave it up and got it back coming out of the zone. Dumps it in from the red line, around to the boards as it goes to the far side. As Cooley takes a hit from Zadorov. Free puck to Peak. Zadorov will clear it just out of the reach of Zacha on the far wing. Now Elias Lindholm regains, and Zacha will lift one across the ice into the right wing corner near side. Morgan Geekie in there after it on the forecheck. It'll be cleared out by Dylan Gunther. Thrown back toward Jeremy Swayman. He will shovel that aside, and Carlo picks up from there. Hampus Lindholm from the blue line. Pass ahead, just out of the reach of Geekie at the blue line, and that'll be an icing against Boston.
Yeah, that puck was hopping all over the place. Never landed on that attempted pass up the middle that time. And kind of a choppy start. This 2.5 minutes in, we've had 3 icings. And the team has looked all that sharp here to start this thing.
The faceoff will be to Swayman's left. Trent Frederick will take this draw. He's on the line with Geekie and Patra tonight. Frederick wins the faceoff. Lindholm has it, gives to Carlo.
Wow, I mean, as soon as they lost that faceoff, they just backed right off. Yeah. It's an easy exit for the Bruins coming out of the zone.
Couldn't gain the attack zone. Tyler Yamamoto going to chase in deep. This is his first game for Utah after signing a tryout contract during training camp. Spent last year in Seattle. Off the near boards, Geekie helps it out of the zone. Cole for Yamamoto. Backs it up, and Cole will bring it through the center circle and across the line. Gives off to the right wing side for Michelli. Sweeps it back around behind the net to Schmaltz, waiting for it near side, but he takes a bump from Coyle. Free the puck up for Carlo. Bruins have it with Hampus Lindholm sending a long pass ahead, angled ahead for Coyle rather. Ingram goes behind the Utah net to play it and spun it back toward the near side. Bruins on it quickly. Marchand ran into Valimaki. Far side board now. Brazo in after Cole, forcing Utah in behind their net. Valimaki will send it out to the neutral ice. Michelli played it forward. Schmaltz into the Boston zone looking for help. Dealt it right onto the stick of Charlie Coyle, and Coyle lifts one high into the air, end over end, down into the Utah territory. Bruins changing behind the play here. Just over 3:45 gone in the first period, no score. Pass through neutral ice, redirected deep into the Boston zone by Kerfoot. Lohrei and Beecher back for Boston. Lohrei skates away with the puck. He'll take it toward the far side boards. Pass across the ice, missed Beecher, and that's another icing.
That was well out of Beecher's reach over on the right wing. Lori zipped this pass over from the left wing side. How you liking our broadcast position? Don't get used to it, I'm telling you.
This is this one of the best in the league?
Yes.
It has to be. We are in the back of the lower bowl here.
Yeah.
As opposed to all the way up in the rafters.
I'm telling you. Some of the visiting arenas that we go to.
Well, we've already had a couple of really good ones. Colorado and Florida, not exactly right on top of the ice. Puck in the neutral zone here as McBain pushes it across the line, and Swayman had to make a save from inside as Logan Cooley able to backhand one from just wide of the far side.
That was a tweener, right? And Cooley was able to get a piece of that, trying to chip it right on him.
Here's Elias Lindholm stepping forward. Lindholm cutting to the right wing circle. He'll play it around behind the Utah net. Pasternak on his horse, can't catch up to that far side.
Just
Cooley
a little too hard for him, yep.
Lindholm providing some pressure in the Utah zone, forcing them back into the near corner. Zaka, a takeaway. Center for Pasternak, couldn't get it teed up. And off into the far corner it goes. Ilya Chonik played it to the near boards for McBain. Throws it up toward the Boston end.
Boy, Pasternak would love to have that one back. He's in great shooting position there. He had a bunch of attempts there last game against the Avalanche, and he's in perfect position right there, coming down the slot, and had that puck just slide off of his blade.
Peak passes up the far left wing. Geekie pushed back toward the Boston blue line. Utah putting some pressure on there, but now Geekie will work his way forward from the red line, dumps it in. Around it comes to the near side circle. Patra reversed it back around to that far side. Hampus with a drive. That one knocked off the outside of the net, it looked like, as it came back in behind. 5.5 minutes gone in this first period. Kesselring taking it toward the far boards, will get out of his own zone, but then turns over there. Geekie backing it up. Lindholm had to knock it away from Michelli. Came onto the stick of Josh Doan. He throws one wide of Swayman. Long rebound out of the far corner. Geekie's got it. Bruins starting some changes. Geekie will drop the puck back for Lindholm. Marchand trying to leave it for Coyle along the far boards. Cole read it. Marchand took a tumble, and we've got a penalty coming up against Utah. On the delayed call, Swayman headed to the bench. Peak circling behind the Boston net. Extra attacker comes on as Pasternak. As they come across the line now, Marchand's pass is broken up. Michelli touches up for the whistle. And a power play coming up for Boston in the early going here. We've got 13:41 to play in this first period and no score on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, what's up? It's Owen. If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, or if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar.
With the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app, you'll earn points on every purchase. And now there are even more ways to easily redeem your points for rewards. Members enjoy personalized deals and can save up to 20% weekly. Earn gas discounts of up to $1 a gallon at participating stations. And can easily opt in to redeem points for automatic cash off at checkout. Just set it and forget it. All with the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app. Become a member for free when you download today.
Temperatures are dropping and winter's right around the corner. Fix that leaky roof, install those new windows or siding. Better call Beantown Home Improvements for a hassle-free, no-pressure estimate on your roofing, siding, window, and skylight needs. Call 44 Beantown or go to beantownhi.com because winter's coming fast.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the freedom of choice with great offers on the Bronco family, or get winter ready with the Ford F-Series. Bruins to the power play here with 13:41 to go in the first period as they whistle Kevin Stenlund for taking down Brad Marchand.
Yeah, trip in the neutral zone there. Marchand was pursuing a puck. Both referees had their arms up. I guess that was a pretty clear indication it was going to be a penalty.
McAvoy's shot redirected wide of the net. Marchand takes one away along the near circle and fires in on Ingram, who made the blocker save.
Sergachev with a poor clearing attempt right there. Put it right on the stick of Marchand in the right wing circle.
Kerfoot gets it deep into the Boston zone, trying to stuff it in far post against Swayman, who is squeezed against that far post. Bruins have the puck back. 1:33 to go in the power play. McAvoy deals to Zacha coming out of the Boston zone. He drops it off for Pasternak. Gains the Utah line. Slips it on to Zacha. Right wing side, it's Lindholm. To Pasternak. Back and forth with McAvoy he goes. McAvoy's got it now on the far side of the blue line. Pass to Pasternak. Just kept in onside. Some of the crowd would disagree. Marchand moving high slot. Wristed one up off the back glass. And as the puck gets wrapped around the near boards, nobody was there to keep it in. Marchand has to chase back. Minute to go in the power play. Marchand steps forward into the Utah zone. Brings it into the right wing corner. Sends back to Hampus Lindholm over to the far side. Pasternak didn't get much on the one-timer, but Coyle nearly had a chance in front. Just put it wide. Here's Lindholm with a drive, and that one kicked aside by Ingram. In the near corner, Frederick held against the boards by Cole. Loosened up the puck. Schmaltz will clear.
Yeah, nice play by Bortuzzo there. Using the middle of the ice to find Schmaltz. Bruins had the wings kind of sealed off there. The only area was open was the middle, and Schmaltz able to clear it.
25 to go in the power play as the Bruins get back into the offensive zone. Hampus Lindholm over to Patra. Patra moves it to the top of the right circle. Now Lindholm up top again. Patra, right circle, down low. Lorai spun it through the slot, but nobody got it, and the Utah is able to clear.
Much like the other day against Colorado, the Bruins going with two defensemen on this second unit.
Lorai and Lindholm. Hampus tries to drive one in. It's redirected up and over Ingram's head. Power play is over as Stenlund is out of the box. And Utah coming forward here with Keller down the left wing circle, trying to feather one in front. It was kicked into the corner, and it will be Kastelik to push it up and out of the zone. Kolyachonok backing up into his own end. 11:20 to go here in the first period. No score. Pass up through the middle. They'll set up for Schmaltz on the left wing side. Kolyachonok with a shot, blocked by Kastelik at the near circle. He will bring it back out to the blue line and push it ahead for Koepke. Backhanded to the Utah line. Kolyachonok plays it there and then heads off as part of a change. Juuso Valimaki in his own zone. Keller swings a pass to the right side. Dump in goes across the ice into the near corner of the Boston zone. It is cleared out from McAvoy to Brazeau to Geekie and ahead for Frederick. And the Bruins are offside of the attacking blue line.
Yeah, Geekie, nice play by Brazeau right in the neutral zone, right in front of the Bruins bench on the right side. Going to find Geekie in the middle. Geekie moves that puck wide to the left wing side, but he puts himself offside. Power play, not bad. There's some puck movement there. They had a chance with Charlie Coyle at the tail end of that power play. Use the bumper. They use the middle of the ice pretty well.
See a face-off just outside the Utah blue line.
I know ideally that, kind of moving forward, there's some tweaks that they might want to make with that power play. They're going to kind of wait and see on it, but right now they're sticking with it.
Face-off win by Geekie, who was standing in after Frederick got booted out of the circle, and the dump in goes off the glass and up and out of play.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Utah Hockey Club is Connor Ingram, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman making his fourth start of the year, 2-1, 2.98 goals against, .893 save percentage. For Ingram, it is start number 5. He is 3-0-1. But a goals against of 3.88 and an .868 save percentage for him. As the puck comes deep into Boston territory here, Swayman will stop it behind the net. McAvoy plays it from there. McAvoy going to bring it out into the neutral ice. Carried up across the line by Mason Lorai, but then held up by Kesselring.
They're trying to find Krause behind everybody there up the right wing. A transition, that's something that Jim Montgomery talked about in his pregame interview.
Zacha's got it right circle. His shot is blocked by Sergachev. Centering pass for Elias Lindholm broken up. Pasternak gets it back to the point. Lori feathers one across for McAvoy. Here's Zaka, high slot with a shot. Blocker save Ingram. Pasternak gives back for Elias Lindholm in the far corner. Try to tee it up for Zaka, but broken up, and the puck comes back into the Boston zone.
Zaka's had some really good chances early on in this season. You know, there's a lot been made of, you know, they haven't scored a lot with that line.
Lori had one taken away by Keller, and that one shot wide of the net by Schmaltz. Keller's got it behind the net here for Utah. To Cole with the right point. Pushed it to Keller. His pass broken up by Patra, and out to center ice it comes. Hayton going to bring it right back in here for Utah. Deflected pass gets to Keller along the right wing board. Schmaltz behind the net. Try to force it in front. Denied there by Peak. Schmaltz has it back as he skates it past the hash marks and up toward the blue line. Came off of Peak as he dealt it down low and kicked back onto Hayton. Cleared around the far boards, and Zadorov will headman it along for Patra coming out through neutral ice. Patra across the Utah line, cutting to his right. Shot deflected out of play off of Valimaki. We've got 8:50 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Ever notice that OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps. There's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
8:50 to go here in the first period. No score in Utah. Bruins' first power play of the night was brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Face off in the offensive zone here for the Bruins. Charlie Coyle able to pull it backward, but McBain got a stick in there. Utah wins it. As Gunther works it ahead. Cooley moving to his left. Shot around Carlo and wide of Swayman. Came whistling back toward the top of the crease, and Swayman got a stick on that. Kesselring chased back into his own zone now by Brazo. On the far wall, Coyle had it briefly, pushed out of the zone, but the Bruins regain as Marchand tapped it back in Hampus Lindholm's direction. Brazo will backhand it deep in behind Ingram. It comes out of the net to play it, shoots it up around the near side glass. Peak at the blue line to keep in, over to Zadorov. He's shot up high on Ingram. Brazo nearly a chance of the rebound. Instead, Utah gets it cleared.
Big rebound on a wrist shot from the point that time.
McBain just lifts it down the right wing boards, gets tangled, and he and Marchand both go down. Play on we go as Peak brings it out toward the red line. Stenlund took back in the Utah zone, and Pasternak nearly able to take that puck from him. Around behind Swayman it will come. Peak reversed it back toward the far side, picked off there by Yamamoto.
Good forecheck there.
Yamamoto trying to get it to the front of the net. Second effort. It's Michelli bringing it off the far boards to Stenlund. And now onto the near side wall for Kolyachonik. Utah brings it back toward the blue line. Valimaki will pass it off to the right side. Stenlund's got it right circle. Shot blocked by Zadorov. Valimaki in deep. Elias Lindholm, Zadorov both there for the Bruins. Digging in after it is Yamamoto. Pasternak has it come free to him along the far circle, but can't get through. Stenlund gets tied up along the far boards. Loose puck. Kolyachonok picks it up, brings it toward the top of the left circle, and risks a shot into the chest of Swayman.
Pasternak would like to have that one back. You know, guy, you got a tired group out there. Just get that puck up off the boards and out. He was trying to make a perfect play into the middle of the ice. There's really no one available, and a tired group gets off the ice here for the Bruins.
6:57 to go here in the first period. Scoreless. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Utah to this point. Kastelik line will come out to take the draw to the right of Swayman. Kastelik against Alexander Kerfoot. Kastelik wins it back into the corner. Lohrei pushed it out from behind the net. Beecher's pass got right through it into the slot, and Kerfoot had his shot forced wide by McAvoy.
Well, Beecher, great idea, but Kastelik, it went between his legs there, so it didn't connect.
Crossing pass and a one-timer from the far circle by Krause. And Swayman sliding to his left to make the save.
Bruins a little sloppy inside their own zone right now.
Outlet pass. Koepke tapped it through the neutral zone. Utah back quickly. Krause in across the line. Stops. Far circle. Sends one past Swayman into the near corner. Valimaki with a drive. Kastelik and Koepke both stepping out on that one. And Kastelik, I believe, got the block. Keller pokes it free along the far boards. Lohrei trying to force it out of the zone. Instead, taken away Hayton. Keller's got it. He swings it to the near side. Kolyachonok moving his way down the left wing circle. Shot forced to the outside of the net by Swayman. Keller in the far corner. Pass tipped up into the air by Lohrei and helped out into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck comes to Geekie, and he sweeps it down the right wing corner. Frederick will get body position on Valimaki in the corner. Puck locked up against the boards. Patra in there as well. Able to help free it up. Kolyachonok pushed it out toward the blue line, but not out. Geekie among those trying to keep in, and does. Gets it back down into the corner. Patra able to take away and forced a backhander out in front, but nobody home. And the Bruins come back into their own zone off the clear. 5:13 to go here in the first period. Puck hit the linesman far side. Bruins would have been offside. Comes back out neutral ice. Marchand's got it, and he dumps it in. Ingram wheels it back toward that far side for Kesselring. Utah coming forward here. McBain taps it past Peak. Peak, we're going to ride him into the boards near side corner, though, and Brazo comes in to help out defensively. Zadorov at the back of the Bruins net. Spins it around the far boards. It gets past Kesselring and Marchand, who were tied up at the blue line, and that time, not an icing.
Kesselring didn't make a play on the puck. He made a play on Marchand. This time they waved it off. Right.
Coming through neutral ice. Checked by Elias Lindholm. Knocked down Dylan Gunther, and the Bruins have the puck back. Lindholm going to tap a pass toward Pasternak, going in behind the net. Pasta stops and feeds it back toward the far side circle, but out of Zaka's reach. Logan Cooley back and forth trying to shake the forecheck of Elias Lindholm. Michelli will bring Utah out. Through neutral ice they come. Michelli to the left circle. Drops it off Stenlund. Knocked off his stick. Pasternak will backhand it out of the zone. Michelli angles it across the ice and floated in by Yamamoto. McAvoy sent it to the corner for Lohrei. Cole holds in the clearing effort. Pushed it back around the boards to the near side. Valimaki throws one in on Swayman, who makes the pad stop. McAvoy will take it off the far boards for Kastelik. Cole has it back for Utah just outside the blue line, and back into the corner it goes. Utah changing as the Bruins, with Lohrei carrying the puck. It bounced away from him, and here's Krause moving in right circle. Swayman forced him around the far post behind the net, and then he tried to get it back in front, but Swayman covers.
Kastelik on the back check as well, keeping that puck out.
3:22 to go here in the first period, and we are scoreless in Utah on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer. The
Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
DQ presents the sound of a party starting. It's the sound of guests bringing a DQ cake, then slicing into that DQ cake. Get a DQ Fudge and Crunch Cake or Blizzard Treat Cake. Order ahead at DQCakes.com at participating U.S. locations. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Fans, the Bruins have unveiled their special edition Centennial Game jerseys that they'll be wearing on December 1st, and you can celebrate the historic milestone by pre-ordering this collector's item. Don't miss your chance to snag one of the 1,924 authentic pro jerseys that come in individually numbered commemorative packaging. Visit bostonproshop.com to pre-order yours. Jerseys are expected to begin shipping by November 16th.
Did you see the promo ad they had for that? They had Brad Marchand at Matthews Arena. Yeah.
Very well done.
Excellent.
Kastelik and the jerseys themselves, their uniforms are terrific. Here's a chance in front here for Beecher off a feed from Kastelik out of the left corner. And Ingram forced to make a good save.
Yeah, so the Bruins have been a little bit giving here in their own zone here in the first period today. They've been, I'm not going to say nonchalant, but it's just they've turned a bunch of pucks over inside their own zone here in this first period. It's an area that they really need to clean up. We talked about if you're going to have success against Utah, you've got to put them back on their heels, get in the zone. I mean, that's against any team, right? But they've been in a giving mood inside their own zone so far in this first period. Swayman has made a couple saves. They've regrouped a couple times and helped him out in that area, but way too many turnovers.
Face-off win by Utah. Valimaki going behind his net. And the puck will be deflected out of play off the clearing effort. 3:03 to go here in the first period. Scoreless. Second game of this three-game road trip for the Bruins, which will wrap up on Tuesday night in Nashville. That game, by the way, for those of you listening on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston, that game's going to air over on Country 102.5 due to a conflict with the Celtics season opener. So make a note of that for Tuesday. The rest of our affiliates will be in your normal spot. Puck comes into the Boston zone. Carlo sent it off for Pasternak. Schmaltz able to keep in, but now the Bruins will break it out. Zacha dropping it back. Carlo had trouble handling it, but it came to Pasternak, and now Zacha brings it across the Utah line. To the back of the net. Kesselring able to pull it away from Pasternak, and out to neutral ice it comes. Zadorov, as he backs up toward his own blue line, will deal it backward for Peak, and now Zadorov will start it forward. His pass off of Schmaltz, and that's going to jump over the glass and out of play far side.
I mean, not much going right now in terms of scoring chances. They had Beecher had an opportunity off a pass, trying to go backdoor there, but a little tough for the Bruins to get going here in this first period.
The face-off will be to Swayman's left here with 2:23 to go in the period.
Going back to that Zacha, just talking about, he's had some good opportunities here early part of this season, just hasn't been able to finish them.
Marchand scoops up the puck off of the face-off and works his way up the left wing side, getting around Cole, but Valimaki back to play it for Utah. Kept in at the near point by Peak. His shot blocked, and quick outlet pass by Gunther was trying to spring Cooley.
Cooley's gone. As soon as that attempted shot by Peak gets blocked by his skate, he's gone. He's looking for the breakaway.
Razzo helping it out of the Boston zone and now into the Utah end, but Cole right there. Cooley passes ahead for Gunther. Here's Cooley around the right wing circle, drops it off for Gunther, takes the shot, Swayman save, and the rebound taken by Hampus Lindholm. Backhanded around the near side boards, and Geekie able to hold Kolyachonok at bay. Bruins have it at their own blue line with McAvoy coming to the red. Now to Patra, stood up on a stiff check far side by Robert Bortuzzo. Kolyachonok wrapping it around the near side boards, and McAvoy one-times that loose puck wide to the short side of Ingram. Geekie trying to apply pressure on the far side against Yamamoto. Instead, Michelli will get it up through the neutral ice.
Penalty
and McAvoy's stick got up high on Michelli, and that's going to bring the first penalty against Boston tonight. McAvoy takes the minor for high sticking with 1:10 to go in the period, and Utah will go to its first power play of the game.
So they don't get many power plays, right?
Only 13.
13 in the first 5 games. They don't draw a lot.
They've scored on 4 of those 13.
Yeah, the power play's good.
Over 30%.
And the Bruins gave up 3 power play goals the other day to the Colorado Avalanche.
Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. And Schmaltz wins it back to Sergachev at the point. Schmaltz dealing it off to the left circle for Gunther, just missed, but Utah keeps it alive. Schmaltz will tap it for Sergachev, center blue line. Over to the right side for Keller. Off the hash marks. Keller pressured by Zadorov, quickly to Schmaltz, and pass across. Gunther had to track that down. Now back in front. Schmaltz to Keller. Up top for Sergachev. To Keller. To Schmaltz. In front. Scramble for the puck at the top of the crease as Hayton got knocked down.
Good puck movement. Schmaltz just misfired.
Coyle gets a piece of a pass and now steals one from Sergachev. Coyle leading Beecher up ice. Beecher one-on-one against Sergachev. Takes the shot into the glove of Ingram, who drops it back into play, and Keller's got it with 26 to go in the period. Keller carrying up across the red line, across the Boston blue line, still able to maintain possession, backhands it deep. Peak wrapped it hard around the near boards. It'll go the length of the ice. 10 seconds to go in the period as Peak takes one away at the red line and dumps it in wide of Ingram. And Utah looks like won't have enough time for one more rush. Valimaki shoots one from just shy of the red line into the glove of Jeremy Swayman, and that brings us to the end of a scoreless first period. So Utah outshoots the Bruins 10-7 in that first period, but neither team has found the back of the net. And the Utah Hockey Club will carry over 50 seconds worth of power play time into period number 2. We'll have plenty more to come from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
There's nothing quite like the Honda Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid when it comes to exhilarating efficiency. With hybrid technology and thrilling capability, these vehicles deliver an electrifying performance on every drive. But what truly makes these hybrids special is the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. Redefine your driving experience with Honda, KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
It promises to be a month of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New to DraftKings? Try betting on something simple like a player to take it in for 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
You could be celebrating much more than just touchdowns this season by visiting findmassmoney.gov. 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property in Massachusetts, so visit findmassmoney.gov today and see if you have money waiting for you.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need 1 tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club scoreless here in Salt Lake City. Back for our first intermission, and it's time to take a look at our plays of the week from around the NHL. This week featuring major milestones hit by Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby, a goalie goal for Minnesota, and of course the emotional home opener for the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's your NHL plays of the week.
For Morrissey, far side for Scheifele. Scheifele back for Morrissey. Winnipeg will get it established on the power play in overtime. Now for Kyle Connor, shoots, score! For the second game in a row, the Winnipeg Jets win it early in overtime. It's a power play goal for Kyle Connor. And Winnipeg is 3-0 for the first time in franchise history since relocation.
Back for Shabbat. Feeds that back to Stutzla. Stutzla wheels around Byfield, who's tired. Back to Batherson. Works in. Batherson drops it up. Goes in. Shoots. Scores! Josh Norris. Overtime winner. And Ottawa takes a wild one. 8-7.
Puck's cleared back through the neutral zone. Chinikov has it. Plays it over to Sean Monahan with a shot save made. Rebound! Score! Sean Monahan got 2 kicks at the can, and the second one was good for a goal. And the Blue Jackets once again lead. It is 2-1. Sean Monahan, after fist bumping his teammates on the bench, just kissed the glove and pointed up to that number 13 banner hanging from the rafters here at Nationwide Arena.
Backhand pulled to the corner by Alexei Protas. Ovechkin back for Protas. He scores!
Number 700 for Alex Ovechkin. Dipsy do getting around the D. White Cloud burn and right out to Protas, and he puts it past Eden Hill. No problem. Notice how pretty that pass was. Number 1 beats White Cloud, beats 2 guys between their feet, finds Protas. It's 3-1 good guys.
Damage goes, Rockets 1-8, love down by Gustafson. He's going to shoot to the empty net. Philip Gustafson into the empty net. He scores! Philip Gustafson with a goalie goal. 8.1 seconds to go.
Bring it up top of the circle. Oh, the cross ice pass for Bouchard, picked off by Konechny. Now on the left wing. The pass, it was Sandhut tried to go to the net. He lost an edge, lost the puck. McDavid, he's got a breakaway here in OT. McDavid, oh, that just goes off the post, the toe. Now Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl wins the game for the Oilers.
And then Crosby stays with it and wins the puck back. Hands off for Brian Russ. Now Crosby dropped off. Malkin's shot clock. Got it again right there, and they score! It's Brian Russ on the power play. And Pittsburgh has got back within one. And Sidney Crosby just picked up point number 1,600 of his illustrious career. Face-off win, final seconds of the power play for Pittsburgh. That one overshot Crosby. Now it's Malkin. Malkin down. Crosby to the front for Malkin. Save made. Rebound scores! Number 500 for Evgeny Malkin. Crosby's in front. Letang with the shot blocked by Greenway. Right back to Letang. Now Malkin's turn. Fires across Carlson. Back door. They score! And Sidney Crosby is an overtime winner.
Schmaltz taps it ahead for Sergachev, who tries to tap it back. The Ducks pursue the puck. Carlson with the steal.
Beecher along the end boards. Knocked to a knee, stays with it. Funnels it back toward that far corner. Zadorov in deep to play that puck back around near side. Here's Peak. Shot, score! Redirected by Koepke in front. And the Bruins grab a 1-0 lead as this line strikes again.
Hughes left wing into the Florida zone. Darts back out of the zone, drops to Miller. He'll drive in on the right wing with speed. Miller with a shot. He scores! J.T. Miller, the overtime winner. And the Canucks have their first victory of the season. They beat the Panthers 3-2 in overtime.
Trocheck, now to Zibanejad. Back for Trocheck, right circle. Out to Fox. Fox, cross ice, Panarin fires, scores, hat trick. 8th of his career, 6th as a Ranger. Artemi Panarin on the power play.
Our plays of the week, Artemi Panarin closing it out there with his hat trick. He had another one today. He's got 6 goals on the season already. Here in Utah, it's the Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club scoreless at the end of one period. We will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max, use for adults only.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Hey, it's Felger here. Grab an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and raspberry tea vodka for the home opener. Find the can with the sunset stripes. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21. Enjoy responsibly.
I'm Mark Trissy, president of Jackson Lumber and Millwork. We are proud to say our Jackson team is the best in the business.
Our goal is to provide our customers with quality products, services, and solutions on time and in full every day.
That's Aaron LaCharity, our company dispatcher.
In my 19 years at Jackson, I've worked as a lumber stager, receiver, and customer service rep. 15 years ago, I became the company dispatcher. It's my responsibility to plan and schedule our deliveries every day so our customers have their materials on the job site when they need them.
Serving our customers is our #1 and gold. From yard workers and truck drivers to dispatch, purchasing, sales reps, and our millwork plant team, we all work together to accomplish that goal.
It's been great to advance my career with a family-owned and operated company. Actually, my dad has had a great 40-year career at Jackson as well.
Contractors, builders, and homeowners, visit Jackson Lumber and Millwork in Lawrence, Woburn, Amesbury, and Raymond, New Hampshire for all your building materials and supplies, or visit us online at jacksonlumber.com. That's Jackson Lumber and Millwork, providing solutions and delivering results since 1946.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
No score between the Bruins and the Utah Hockey Club. Let's take a look at a busy day around the NHL. The Ottawa Senators, a 5-4 winner over the Tampa Bay Lightning this afternoon. Detroit on the road with a 5-2 win over the Nashville Predators, who are 0-5. We'll see them on Tuesday night. The Dallas Stars at home today beat the Edmonton Oilers 4-1. The Stars are out to a 5-1 start on the season. In overtime, Gustav Forsling scoring to give the Florida Panthers a 4-3 win over the Vegas Golden Knights. It's a final up in Toronto with the Rangers taking a 4-1 victory over the Maple Leafs. Also a final in overtime today, the Washington Capitals with a 6-5 win over the New Jersey Devils. The Philadelphia Flyers shut out at home by Vancouver today. It's the Canucks' first win of the season. 3-0 was the final there. The Minnesota Wild beat Columbus 3-1 on the road today. Carolina falling on the road as they lose to the St. Louis Blues 4-3, the final score in that one. And they are games in progress. They are headed to a shootout between the Canadiens and the Islanders. That game is tied at 3. End of the second period. Buffalo with a 3-2 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks. And one game that is just about to get underway in Seattle as the Kraken host the Calgary Flames. That's your look around the NHL. Again, it's the Bruins 0 and the Utah Hockey Club 0. We'll return to Salt Lake City for the second intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
Hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
Hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
Kids eat free at the 99 restaurants every Sunday in October and on Halloween. Visit the Nines for lunch or dinner, and kids can get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Hockey season means it's Pulis Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
You know, there are thousands of kids and adults who don't have coats to keep them warm. But you can help. Go into your closet with your kids and take out the coats you don't wear anymore. They need to be new or like new with no rips or stains, and drop them off at any Jordan's Furniture, Anton's Cleaners, or Enterprise Bank. Your donation will keep so many families nice and warm. It's a great lesson for your kids, too, and it'll warm your heart. Thanks.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
It promises to be a month of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New to DraftKings? Try betting on something simple like a player to take it in for 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Rams, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station.
Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Headed to the second period, scoreless here in Utah.
Need to clean some things up in their own zone, right? I mean, a bunch of turnovers there in that first period. That's an area that, you know, if they want to establish their forecheck and get in and put Utah back against the glass and forecheck like they did against the Avalanche, they weren't able to get out of their own zone enough to do that here in that first period. So I'm sure that was something that was being talked about quite a bit there.
Shots on goal, 10-6 in favor of Utah, who will carry 50 seconds worth of power play time over into the second period. Charlie McAvoy serving a high sticking minor. So the Bruins will be going from right to left on offense here in period number 2. They'll start with Coyle and Marchand, along with Carlo and Hampus Lindholm as their 4-man unit. Schmaltz, Hayton, and Gunther up front for Utah with Sergachev and Keller. As Utah controls the faceoff to open up the period, Sergachev from his own zone gives it to Schmaltz and out through neutral ice. Back and forth it goes with Keller and deep around behind Swayman. Schmaltz gets to it first near side and wires it back around the far side, but nobody home, and that will go all the way back down toward Ingram.
Keller was letting it go so it would go back to the point, but Sergachev wasn't over there.
Sergachev dropping it back here for Schmaltz coming out of the zone. Schmaltz going to bring it across the red line, plays it to the Boston Blue, and swept away from there as Carlo gets the clear. 10 seconds left on the McAvoy penalty.
Yeah, it's funny how many times you get power plays that carry over into the beginning of a period, and you're not sharp when they come out. It's a lot easier to kill.
Krause trying to sneak between the defenders, but Bruins able to turn him aside. Kesselring with a drive from the blue line. That was blocked. From the far circle, a blast by Kerfoot went wide. And it will come back down into the Utah zone. Bruins will change up here. So the power play over. Minute 10 gone in the period. Each team has had one chance of the man advantage. Kesselring from behind the Utah net. Brings it toward the near side circle. Long pass into neutral ice for Stenlund. Directed into the Boston zone. Peak trying to bat it out of there. Krause gloved it down. Puts it onto his stick. Takes the shot from the left circle. Swayman made the save, and the rebound will be brought out of the zone by Trent Frederick.
Yeah, Utah's had that several times here where they've tried that long pass. And even if they're just deflecting it into the zone, at least you can try to get up there on the forecheck. But they have tried to spring a couple of guys as well.
Pasternak couldn't get it cleanly across the Utah blue line. Yamamoto had his pocket picked by Frederick. Geekie played it to the back of the net. It's past Pasternak to the far side circle. And McAvoy pinching down to the hash mark. Geeky going to come in to try to help out as that puck is tangled up in the skates. Back to the blue line and quickly across for Lori near side circle. His shot looked like it might have been going wide from our angle, but Ingram put a pad on it, and the Utah Hockey Club will step forward here with Yamamoto knocked down coming into the Boston zone, but still got that puck off to a teammate for the shot. Michelli putting it in on Swayman, who hangs on.
Hey, Utah's had some gifts from the Bruins, but they really haven't done a lot with them. Swayman's made a couple good saves. He had a good save on a one-timer from the right wing side in that first period, but it hasn't been overly difficult, overly taxing for him here to start the game. Certainly Ingram hasn't been taxed at all.
Face off to Swayman's right, far circle for us. Kastelik taking the draw, wins it. Carlo lobs it out into the neutral ice. Short hop in on Valimaki at center ice. Beecher will toss that toward Ingram, who gloves it and drops it back into play. Valimaki spun it around the far side, but kept in deep by Carlo. Kepke got knocked down behind the net. Puck comes careening through the neutral zone. Carlo backing into his own zone. Will play it off the far boards. Beecher turns it up ice from his own blue line. Pass to the right for Kastelik, and now into the near left wing corner it goes. Both Beecher and Kastelik after it, but can't get there in time. Pushed out to the neutral ice. Valimaki will dump it in from the red line, and we got a fight. Center ice. Kastelik and Bertuzzo.
Kastelik finished a hit hard along the wall, and Bertuzzo came right for him in the middle of the ice.
They just tumbled down. Didn't really get going on that one, but after the gloves came off.
Thought it was a clean hit, though, by Kastelik. Bertuzzo he took exception to it. Oh, yeah, but it's Cooley. He's a young kid. He turned his back. Yep. Cooley did. So there's no penalty there. Probably get.
Yeah, roughing minors.
I don't know if anybody will get the extra 2 or not, but yeah, it wasn't even a fight. But Cooley dumped the puck out of the zone. He saw Kastelik coming, and he turned his back to Kastelik and faced the glass. And Kastelik just finished the hit, and Bertuzzo came after him. So nothing. And I think Bertuzzo realized it too. They tumbled to the ice, and that was the end of it.
So 2-minute minors each for roughing. And we'll see 4-on-4 hockey with 3:03 gone in the second period. Face-off will be in the Bruins defensive zone. Near circle down to our right. Zaka against Schmaltz. And now Schmaltz gets the boot. Keller will stand in. And the Bruins control the face-off. Hampus Lindholm sent it behind the net for McAvoy. He'll drop it back for Hampus from the far circle. He finds some open space.
Numbers.
Brings it through neutral ice. Goes off right side for Zaka. Trying to center for Marchand. And that was knocked away by a sliding Valimaki. Bounces off Valimaki as Marchand tried to bring it to the front of the net. Zaka got it back to McAvoy at the blue line. Now on to Lindholm. Pass across for Zaka. He wheels it back toward the blue line. Hands off there to Lindholm. Shot blocked. And it'll be brought out by Ian Cole. Schmaltz at the end of the shift. Just pushes it softly into the Boston zone and heads off. Minute 20 to go on the 4-on-4. From behind his own net. Lindholm sends it for Peak to the attacking blue line of Pasternak. Brings into the Utah zone. Stops along the near side corner. Trying to feed it back toward the blue line. And a battle for it. Keeps it alive. Gives to Zadorov. Working his way down toward the hash marks. Throws toward the net. Kesselring blocked that. Took away. And now Utah with numbers the other way if they go. Kesselring will drop it off. Kerfoot goes around behind the net. Trying to center. Instead, it's Pasternak to take away. As he gets bottled up in the near corner. Peak helps out and drops it back for Zadorov. 40 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Zadorov skates away from forechecking pressure. Now circles back in behind his net. Gunther shadowing him. Peak passes into the middle for Kepke. Kepke cutting toward the right wing side. Across the line to the right circle. Shot. Save made Ingram. Rebound came shooting back out there. Bruins able to keep it alive. McAvoy hands it off for Patra. Bringing it across the ice. Plays to McAvoy, who's down in the left wing corner. Now up top for Lorai. Over one-timer far side by Koepke. Tipped up and out of play.
Yeah, I think it was blocked. That was good possession there by the Bruins in that offensive end. You're 4-on-4. You don't want to dump the puck in. You want to hold on to it. You want to make plays. If you don't have anything, you kind of regroup a little bit. Much like, going into overtime with the 3-on-3 situations. Bruins do a nice job there in the offensive end of getting everybody involved. You don't have to be stationary back at the point. But the movement there in that offensive zone, and Koepke with the one-timer from the right wing circle. Never got to the net, but that was good puck movement by the Bruins.
Kastelik and Bortuzzo will be released in 9 seconds. Face off in the offensive zone here for Charlie Coyle. Up against Barrett Hayton. Linesman giving Hayton a talking to before he drops the puck. Puck pulled toward the far boards. Geekie gets upended after it. Kesselring brings behind the Utah net. And the penalties will expire. So back to 5-on-5. And the puck is dumped into the Boston zone by Hayton. Hampus Lindholm able to hold Michelli off of it. Try to play it off the far boards and will push it out just across the blue line. Couple of bodies aside, tangled up there. Pass off the stick of Coyle and back over to Utah. Michelli couldn't handle one in his direction, and Carlo sends into the Utah zone. Kesselring quickly ahead for Yamamoto. Stenlund took a hit from Geekie as he tried to bring it across the line. Linesman got dumped into the bench, and it's part of that too, along the near boards. Kesselring, or Kolyachonik rather, will come back behind his own net as Utah starts up. They're moving from left to right on offense. Peak blocks a dump-in attempt. He'll go and chase a rolling puck behind Swayman. Zadorov to Patra, coming out of the zone. Pass just out of the reach of Frederick, but he'll get it off the carom. Block pass picked up by Brazo, going behind the Utah net. Brazo able to keep it moving. And Patra reaching for it along the near boards along with McAvoy. They lost it, and Hayton will lead Utah the other way. Schmaltz across the line. Here's Keller. Top of the near circle, a turnover, and Marchand will send the Bruins back the other direction. Marchand carrying down the left wing circle, slams on the brakes, brings it back toward the blue line, trying to give it to Lorai as Kerfoot and Bortuzzo both got involved there, and the Bruins pushed out of the zone.
Promising rush, never really materialized. I don't think either team's been overly sharp offensively here today.
Kerfoot going behind the Utah net, tries a long pass through neutral ice. That's going to go in on Swayman, who sticks it aside. Hampus Lindholm tried to pass back into the neutral ice, and that's picked off. Just inside the Boston line, Zacha takes one away. Poked loose, and Doan has it on his stick. He'll get it down into the far corner. It's Kerfoot and Carlo. Digging in there as well as Elias Lindholm as Kerfoot goes down to a knee. Puck comes behind the net. Hampus will play it off the near boards out of Zacha's reach, and that's going to be an icing against Boston with 12:44 to play in the period.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have had rushes where they've had numbers and nothing materializes from it. It's been a sloppy game played that way. Good hit by Geekie, just finishing his hit. Linesman became a casualty there, ended up almost in the bench, partly in the bench, I guess. Was that on Stenlund that he hit?
Yeah. Right in front of the Utah bench near the blue line. Bruins will get the puck out off the drop of the puck in their own zone. Kesselring chased by Zacha back into the Utah end. Now a free puck into the Boston zone, and Peak plays off the far wall. Zacha will get it from Pasternak, brings it into the Utah zone, sets up Pasternak, a one-timer kicked away by Ingram.
Maybe their best chance right there. That was off the rush, and that was almost a 3-on-3.
Zadorov trying to come back, yet he's tangled up with Cooley, and we got a penalty coming up. They were in a battle for possession there, and they're going to call Zadorov on the penalty. They're side by side there, chasing the puck, and Zadorov arguing, but he's headed into the box with 12:16 to go in the second. Utah will get the power play when we come back on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, what's up, it's Owen. If you're a plumber, a pipe fitter, if you're in the piping trades, then you got to call my friends at Charles D. Sheehy. CDS is proud to work with the region's best life science, biotech, and pharma contractors to help them deliver their projects on time within budget. Make CDS your choice for pipe, valves, and fittings. Call them today.
Have you fumbled the pregame grocery run? No worries. Roach Brothers Supermarkets has your game day MVPs ready for the touchdown. Skip the prep and score with Roach Brothers chef-crafted wings, dips, and game day appetizers. Everything you need for a winning spread. Forget takeout and the hefty price tag. These Heat and Eat apps are restaurant quality at a great price. This week, grab my tailgating favorites. Fresh, authentic guacamole for $6.99 and 2-pack of steak and chicken quesadilla for $4.99 each. Don't miss out. Head to Roach Brothers or visit RoachBros.com for more winning deals.
At Builders First Source, we know how much work goes into each and every project, from early mornings to late evenings, sweltering heat to sub-freezing temperatures. Consistency is key. We're proud to maintain our long-standing relationships with our suppliers like Pella Windows and Doors. Pella offers the industry's longest warranty against wood rot and offers lifetime coverage for your Pella products as long as you own your home. Builders First Source and Pella will be there for you from day one until the job is done. National Lumber is a Builders First Source company.
Lots of clinics do testosterone replacement, but not many put it in their name. At Wellesley Testosterone, we pride ourselves on being the premium provider of TRT. It comes down to a commitment to quality and attention to detail. Visit wellesleytestosterone.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Fans, TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, the bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So Zadorov to the box here for hooking. 12:16 to go in the second period. No score. Utah will get its second power play chance of the game. And they win the face-off. Sergachev will set it up from the blue line. Shoots it down into the right wing corner. Keller held against the end boards by Lindholm. Puck will pop free back to Sergachev. Walks it along the blue line toward the far side. Shot redirected a couple of times in front of Swayman. The broken stick. Beecher had his knocked out of his hands.
It got it broken in half.
Yeah. Puck along the near boards with Keller. Back to Sergachev. Over to the far side and trying to send one across with Gunther. Kick back out to the blue line, but Sergachev keeps in.
Long way for Beecher to go. He's got no stick. He's out high right now on Sergachev.
Sergachev, one-timer, blocked by Beecher. Sacrificing himself, gets up, and he's hobbling.
That hurt.
Schmaltz pushed it into the corner. Return pass. Beecher comes sliding across and kicks the puck away. Kept in, though, and it was touched with a high stick. As the Bruins tried to clear, Utah kept it in with a high stick on Sergachev.
Yeah, it was close, and Utah not agreeing with that. They didn't think it was a high stick, but Beecher, he reached for this. I couldn't tell whether he got his stick slashed or not, but he's without a stick out high, big block shot out high. And then he actually played a puck with his skate down near the net. Heck of a job there by Johnny Beecher. Got a good start to this season.
TV feed just showed Beecher shaking off the athletic trainer, saying, "I'm fine." Oh, Utah will gain the attack zone. Here's Doan moving in the right circle. Save made by Swayman. And the rebound forced in behind the net. 51 seconds left on the penalty to Zadorov. Cooley works his way down the left wing circle. Goes around behind the net. Brings it out to the near circle. Now back up for Valimaki. To Cooley. And Valimaki again, center of the blue line. Over to the far side. Oh, they had Cooley on the near circle. They were trying to get it across to him, but Michelli's pass was knocked away in the slot.
Peak picked it out of the air.
Zaka clears it off the far boards and all the way down into the Utah zone. 23 seconds left on the power play. Michelli brings it through the center circle. Pass right side for Doan, just onside. Doan works his way down the right wing wall. Cooley across to the far side. Michelli from the face-off dot. That centering pass off of Doan into the near corner. Chance to clear, and they do. Just missed Marchand coming through neutral ice.
Lindholm finds him. They had a 2-on-1.
Power play comes to an end. Zadorov joins the play as Utah steps forward here with Stenlund wrapping it around the boards all the way out of the zone to the far side, and Kesselring back to get it in his own zone. Yamamoto now from the red line will lift one into the left wing corner. Carlo first to it. Backhands it to the near side boards. Pasternak looking long up the ice. Geeky was behind the defender Kolyachonik, but the puck goes in on goal, and it'll be covered up for the whistle.
Yeah, they won't allow Utah to get a line change here because of where that puck came from. You mentioned, saw Kevin Miller in the lobby, the hotel lobby today. He's in for the game.
Yeah.
Friend Kevin Miller. He went out to dinner with Brad Marchand last night. They've got their venture.
Their outdoor clothing company.
Yeah. He's loving life in Montana.
They face off to the left of Ingram, coming here with 9:48 to go in the period. Far circle to our left. And off the draw, Kesselring will pull the puck behind the Utah net. Near side, Lorai swatted away from Yamamoto. Patra putting pressure on deep. Puck to the far side boards. Geeky near the hash marks against McBain. It'll reverse around to the near side. Lorai pinching in. Pasternak out near the blue line to keep in. They try to set up Patra. Off balance. One-timer. He got it in on Ingram.
Yeah, I had to take it off his skate.
Pasternak over to McAvoy. Back to Pasternak. Center blue line. Now McAvoy. He's got it. High slot. Left circle for Lorai. And a rising shot goes up off the back glass.
Great idea. That's the best sustained pressure they've had here in a while.
9:06 to go in the period. Still scoreless in Utah. Brazo redirects a McAvoy pass deep. Frederick getting position against Hayton. Kastelik digging in to get a piece of that puck. He's got it on his stick now. Brings it toward the near side circle. Up against a pair of Utah players. Keller drops it back for Bortuzzo near the blue line. Bruins get it right back in deep.
Yeah, went off the linesman.
To the near side, Frederick tried to cut in front of Schmaltz, but Schmaltz comes away with a puck. Leads a long pass ahead for Clayton Keller. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Inside the Boston zone, puck in the far corner. Keller able to win it back. Dealt it back to Sergachev and over to Cole for a one-timer from out high. And the save made by Swayman. Bruins chasing on the near boards. Gets the pass to Dorov to the back of the net. Hayton, Schmaltz, and now Keller from the left circle. Crossing pass, Cole below the dot near side. Had that puck roll over his stick. Utah keeps
deep air
alive.
out there for the Bruins right now.
Shot, Swayman, save, rebound, covered. And they'll be able to get those Tired D a little bit of rest. 7:57 to go here in the second period. And we are scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
DQ presents the sound of a party starting. It's the sound of guests bringing a DQ cake, then slicing into that DQ cake. Get a DQ Fudge and Crunch cake or Blizzard Treat cake. Order ahead at DQCakes.com at participating U.S. locations. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
7:57 left second period. Bruins and Utah scoreless in their first ever meeting. And just the second home game for the Utah Hockey Club here at the Delta Center. It is packed. It is loud. There are a ton of Bruins fans in attendance. As the face-off controlled here by Utah, but Brazo will bat it past Valimaki and back into Utah territory. Cole swings it out from behind his net. Long pass out to the neutral zone for Kerfoot. Played it across ice. Doan gets stood up at the blue line by Carlo. Marchand tapped it through Cole on the near side boards, and it'll be pushed out of the zone by Coyle. Marchand reaching for it just off the end of his stick. Cole back in his own zone, circling up ice. Krause had a pass broken up by Lindholm. Doan brings it across the Boston line. Shot is blocked by Carlo. He's smarting as Marchand sends it up the right side. Here's Koepke moving right circle. Score! Cole Koepke beats Ingram 5-hole, and the Bruins strike first here in the second period.
The Bruins break this thing. You said it. Carlo blocked that shot. They break it up at the blue line, and then they get going back in transition the other way. Marchand is at the end of a shift. Koepke's fresh. He's had just gotten on the ice. Marchand moves this puck up to the right wing side to Koepke, and it's a partial 2-on-1. Koepke's above the dot, just above the dot in the right wing circle. He's a left-hand shot, and he lets this shot go. And Ingram, I mean, you can just tell by the reaction, it's one that he'd like to have back, but Koepke's able to beat him, and the strong start to the season continues. We won't call it a fourth-line goal, but Koepke got the touch. Back-to-back goals on this road trip.
He'll stay on the ice here as Kastelik and Beecher come out to join him, as is typical after a goal. See if they can try to keep the momentum here.
It was their line up anyhow.
Yep.
Koepke had already jumped on the ice for that line change. And
here's Koepke coming out of the Utah zone. He taps one past Kolyachonok and tries to get around him and ends up getting taken down. And an interference call coming against Kolyachonok, and the Bruins will go right to the power play, up 1-0.
Yeah, Kolyachonok got in his way. He was flat-footed there, and Koepke chipped that puck by him. He's on his way, and they both went down, but they make one call, and now the Bruins have an opportunity.
And for Cole Koepke, that's 3 goals on the year. He's got 6 points in his first 6 games in a Bruins uniform. It's a guy who played just 9 games in the National Hockey League last year for Tampa Bay, spent most of the year in the American Hockey League in Syracuse. Elias Lindholm gets booted out of the face-off circle to start this power play, so Zacha will get in there, far circle down to our left. Second power play of the game for Boston. Marchand backhanding one around the near boards, trying to get it to Pasternak, but cleared out by Kerfoot.
Yeah, Kerfoot's right there. He's anticipating where that puck's going to go.
McAvoy, pressured by Kerfoot, drops it back here to Pasternak, coming out of the zone to Zacha, to the red line and out of the blue, plays it off the near boards and goes to get it himself. Zacha's got it out near the blue line, wheels it back along the near side boards. Pasternak knocked down, and Kesselring will bring it ahead on a short-handed rush. Kesselring shoots, scores! No! Crowd went crazy, light went on, official says no. Hit the post on the far side. Play is continuing. Crowd.
They'll blow the horn if the puck went in. So they're looking at it right now.
McAvoy
in Toronto.
In his own zone here. Minute 3 to go on the power play. McAvoy drops it off for Pasternak through the center circle. Redirected pass comes bouncing in toward Ingram. He'll play it over to the far side, but Patra is there. McAvoy from the near point or far point to keep it in. Pasternak's got it back. He floats one back to McAvoy. On to Patra, far side circle. Down low on the side of the net is Frederick. Back to Patra again on the hash mark. Steps in toward the dot and tried to get it in front, redirected out of the zone.
Yeah, he forced that one. There was no lane there trying to get that puck across to Pasternak in the left wing circle. Yeah, if that puck had gone in, we would already heard the horn.
Yep. It's 24 seconds left on the power play as play continues. Bruins gain the attack zone. Coyle slipped and fell, but got the puck on to Hampus Lindholm. He's got it down on the right circle. Patra will hand back to Coyle. Now Lohrei, near side point, over to Coyle. He'll bring it back to the far circle, past to Patra, batted back toward Lindholm. Now to the near side for Lohrei. Takes the shot. Stick saved by Ingram. Power play will come to an end. And it's still a 1-0 Bruins lead. We're under 4:40 to play here in the second period. Lohrei retrieves the puck in the Boston zone. Pass right up the middle. Here's Koepke into the Utah zone. Shot up high on Ingram. Save made and got the rebound as well as Koepke followed his own shot. Ingram plays it back into is forward Schmaltz, who leads a Utah rush that gets stopped near the Boston blue line. Zadorov bringing the puck around the near side. Off the far boards and out. Kastelik runs hard into Valimaki just outside the blue line. Back in come Utah. As Kepke's got it near side boards, and he'll play it off the glass and through neutral ice. It will go for an icing. With 3:59 to go in the period, Utah will get an attack zone face-off.
A couple tired Bruins out there. They're going to have to suck it up here after the icing call. Yeah, the Bruins a little sloppy on that power play, right? And ends up being Kesselring with the chance coming down the right wing side. He's a right shot, tried to go blocker side. That time on Swayman, off the post. Might have gone off both posts. One post hit the other post and went out the other way on Swayman. That's exactly what happened.
So the official on the ice got the right call. As Cole sends it into the left wing corner. Centering feed ended up off the outside of the net. Stumbling after it was Stenlund. Puck will come around the near boards and poke checked along the wall by Carlo. Lifted out of the zone by Koepke, and that's going to get rolling and is going to go for no icing. The Bruins able to get some changes on here as Utah steps forward. Michelli tried to leave it for Stenlund along the left wing boards. Forced out of there. Marchand in the neutral ice. Sent back into the Utah zone, but touched by the Utah player offside here. We'll step aside with 3:25 to go here in the period. 1-0. Bruins have the lead here in the second on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealers' award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
I'm all for saving money, but sometimes you get what you pay for. Like with suntan lotion. Or musical instruments. And especially when it comes to home insurance.
Warning, evacuate immediately.
Given the increase in your home's value, now's the time to talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need so you don't end up with the blues. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Cole Koepke has the Bruins ahead, assisted by Brad Marchand. That's our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to gcenighttrain.com to order. 1-0 Bruins, 3:21 to go here in the second period. In their first ever trip to Utah, as Marchand takes a tumble near the Utah blue line. Cole's got it inside the Boston zone, and his shot turned away with the blocker by Swayman. McAvoy deals ahead for Marchand, lobs one through neutral ice. Geekie giving chase. Valimaki will pivot it back out of the zone, but Lohrei pass right back to the attacking blue line. Geekie able to find some space, trying to get it to Marchand, coming right down the middle. Could not.
Like to have that one back. Take that shot there.
Near side circle. Played up off the glass and out by Hayton. Bruins will get it right back in deep. Koepke will put pressure on, forcing Cole in behind the net. Valimaki pushed it back to the far side. Koepke a takeaway, turns around for the far circle with a shot, and Ingram the save.
Well, he had Peak. I don't think he saw him right away. Peak had that stick ready to fire, coming into the right wing circle.
Kastelik wrestling with Valimaki as that puck goes back in behind the net. Beecher able to pull it away from Doan, but on to Krause it comes, and He'll get it out of the zone. Collision at center ice between Peak and Doan. Doan takes a hit from Kastelik as he tries to dump that puck in. Bringing the neutral ice, and Kerfoot will bring Utah into the attack zone. Doan tried to shoot. It hit Kerfoot as he skated through the near circle. Krause to the far side circle. Sergachev back at the blue line. On to Kesselring near side. Gives it into the middle. Cutting right side was Krause. They work it back over to Sergachev, and a high shot. Blockered up off the glass by Swayman. Zaka will start the Bruins out. The pass ahead for Koepke. He'll send it softly into the Utah zone and head off as part of a change. Zaka giving chase in behind the net. Wrestling with Gunther. Both guys end up on the ice. Puck just comes out across the blue line before Carlos slaps it back in deep. Under 90 seconds to play here in the second period. Bruins on top 1-0. Kesselring skates it up toward the red line. Dumps in around the far boards it goes. Off the skate of Carlo back toward the back of Swayman's net. Carlo goes and gets it and sends it back around the far side. Thrown toward the front of the net by Valimaki, but all the way through. And Lindholm, Hampus that is, will get it out of the zone. McBain bringing back in. Carlo on his tail as they go into the far corner. Hampus Lindholm up against Cooley. Carlo sweeping at that puck. Cooley pulled it free, takes a tumble. They're going to get Lindholm for a trip.
Cooley made a nice move there. In tight down low. Just got a little half step on Lindholm. Lindholm reached in, and I get him for a trip or a hook.
So with 48.6 seconds to go, the Bruins will go shorthanded for the third time tonight.
Utah's power plays look good.
You mentioned earlier they came into the night. They didn't draw. They haven't had a lot of power play chances, but they've capitalized on more than 30% of what they have had to this point in the season. There'll be a face-off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. 48.6 to go in the period. Beecher against Schmaltz on the draw. And off the face-off, Keller sweeps it back to Sergachev at the blue line. Over to the far side. And one-timer and a save made by Swayman, and he reaches back to pull the puck off the goal line and cover.
Starts with possession off the face-off. Utah's going to get possession of this puck, and they're going to move it from right over to that left wing circle. The shot was tipped on its way in, and it got behind Swayman coming from the left wing circle. It was tipped. It gets behind him, and he has to reach behind just before that puck is pushed over the goal line. Tell who that was in front trying to reach for that puck down low. I think it was Hayton that was trying to reach for that puck.
Face-off win by Utah. Keller out near the right point. Walks it down the wall. Gives it back up top for Sergachev. Over to Gunther. One-timer went wide. Up off the back glass. They work it to Sergachev again at the blue line. They'll try the one-time pass this time as Keller was looking for Hayton in front. Bruins will clear with 18 to go in the period.
Yeah, that's Gunther over in that left wing circle.
Here's Gunther coming right down the middle, and Peak getting back just in time to knock that puck into the corner. Right circle, Keller whistles one across. Couldn't find Gunther over the left circle. 3 to go in the period. Puck still tangled up. Peak's got it, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. And a couple of tense moments there for the Bruins, but they will take a lead into the locker room for the second intermission. Cole Koepke's third of the year from Brad Marchand at 12:49 of the second period is the only tally on 37 combined shots between these two teams so far. We'll be back to recap what we have seen so far from Salt Lake City coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
For just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
Rev up the fun with the Honda Civic and HR-V. These vehicles redefine the game when it comes to performance and style. With sporty designs matched by powerful performance, the Civic and HR-V deliver a driving experience like no other. But what really sets these cars apart from the crowd is the spirit of determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Kids eat free at the 99 restaurants every Sunday in October and on Halloween. Visit the Nines for lunch or dinner, and kids can get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Marchand sends it up the right side. Here's Koepke moving right circle. Score! Cole Koepke beats Ingram 5-hole, and the Bruins strike first here in the second period. That's the only goal of the game so far. Bruins have a 1-0 lead after 2 periods of play. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston here in Salt Lake City. First period, we talked a little bit about the sloppiness from really both sides. Second period, some more offensive chances, but just one cashed in so far for either side.
Yeah, I mean, first period, the Bruins were in a giving mood, right? Especially inside their own zone. They turned some pucks over, a little sloppy, just trying to get out of the zone. You know, whether it was a defenseman reversing and trying to make plays up the boards, or some of the wingers trying to force plays into the middle that just weren't there. I thought they cleaned that up in the second period. They were better in that area. You know, the best chance they gave up came either on Utah's power play or when the Bruins had a power play. There was a shorthanded chance there by Kesselring coming down the right wing side. So, you know, 5-on-5, pretty good job by the Bruins in that second period. But I don't think either team has been, you know, overly sharp here through 40 minutes of play. You know, even when the Bruins were in the giving mood, Utah couldn't do anything with it. They had a couple chances. They've hit 2 posts. They had one post on a power play where it deflected off of, I think it was McAvoy down low, and the other post was Kesselring shorthanded when the Bruins were a little, just couldn't do a good enough job keeping the puck in, and it got by him along the wall, and it ended up being a 2-on-1 going the other way. The goal that Koepke scored, good on him. I mean, take the shot. He probably had 3 or 4 shots in that second period. He had the goal, and I know he had a sequence where he had his own rebound, so, you know, up a save by Ingram. So he had at least 3 shots in that period, but he's coming down the right side. He's fresh off the bench. Coyle and Marchand are at the end of a shift, and Marchand pushes that puck up to him, and it's a partial 2-on-1, but not really, because Marchand's really not even able to get up into the play. And Koepke takes this shot from, he's a left shot coming down the right side. I guess by the time the shot was taken, he's at the dot. The puck is at the dot in the right wing circle. But one that Ingram, you could just tell by his look that he was upset that he allowed that to go in. It snuck through him. It looked like 5-hole on him. So not much going on. There was a couple of shifts where they had the puck in the offensive zone. There were a couple shifts where they had some good sustained attack, but not a ton. Not a ton for either team in that second period.
Yeah, you mentioned Koepke. He had 5 shots on goal so far through 8 minutes of ice time for him tonight. We've talked a lot about Koepke and Kastelik and Beecher, and rightfully so, throughout the course of the early portion of this season.
He had 5 shots in the second period then, because he had nothing in the first.
Well, there you go. I mean, he was, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't feel like I called his name a lot in the first period, but he was very effective in the second.
Yeah,
period.
he scores. That line wasn't on the ice actually when he scored, because it was Marchand and Coyle, but because there was a broken line change. But yeah, they've been physical again. They haven't had that big sustained attack like we've seen, in the past, but nobody really has. There's only been a couple of shifts where the Bruins have really gone to work on the forecheck. Now we'll see how they handle this third period. 1-0 going into the third. Utah is not a great defensive team. The Bruins haven't been able to exploit that, I don't think, because they haven't been all that sharp, but Utah hasn't been able to do anything at the other end. Part of it's been Swayman, a couple posts. Bruins have done a good job, if they've turned pucks over, in making sure that Utah doesn't get grade A chances from them.
Yeah, Utah's got 21 shots through 2 periods of play, but not, a ton of great chances. They had that one that Swayman pulled off of the goal line as well.
That was
in
power
addition
play,
to the
though.
post. Yeah, on the power play.
That was power play. That puck was deflected on the shot from the left wing side by who took that shot. It was Gunther, I believe, that took that shot from the left wing side, and it got a little redirect, and Swayman had to reach back for it. But again, that's man advantage. So the Bruins still have a penalty to kill here. Minute and 12 seconds remaining in the penalty to Hampus Lindholm to start this third period. Utah had a power play to start the second period. They really didn't do anything with it once the period started. So yeah, we'll see how the Bruins handle this. They haven't had 1-goal leads going into the third all that much here coming into in these first 5 games. So we'll see how they handle it, see how they kind of lock things down, if they're able to lock things down. But I'd really like to see them establish a bit of a forecheck, a bit more of a forecheck than they've had so far in this game.
Well, we are through 2 periods of play here in Salt Lake City with the Bruins on top of Utah 1-0. We've got a check of the out-of-town scoreboard on the way, but right now, time for our music of the game, brought to you by Live Nation. Don't miss Disturbed, celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Sickness. Live Friday, March 14th at TD Garden with special guests 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust. You can get your tickets now at livenation.com. Bruins 1, Utah Hockey Club nothing. More to come as our second intermission continues on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The time for holiday hosting is upon us, so make your second bathroom second to none with HomeDepot.com's best savings of the season. Right now, enjoy up to 40% off select online bath. Find the latest on-trend styles of vanities, faucets, showers, tubs, toilets, and more, all at prices that will let your budget relax right along with you and your beautifully renovated bath. Get up to 40% off select online bath plus free delivery at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, see HomeDepot.com/delivery for details.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs.
Picking up, Oscar! Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Start seeing 2020 this year. Go where new head coach Gerard Mayo went for his LASIK vision correction. The pros at Boston Vision. Book a free evaluation today at bostonvision.com because your best vision is Boston Vision.
Don't let the weather limit your passion for golf. Go to Winslow's Kitchen Bar and Range. State-of-the-art top tracer driving range with shot tracing technology and power tee ball automation. Whether you're a golf enthusiast or a weekend warrior, you'll love Winslow's 16 heated bays with full-service food and drink, trivia nights, and live music in the clubhouse. Winslow's open 7 days a week, rain, snow, or shine at Green Harbor Golf Club, 624 Webster Street in Marshfield. Book your bay at greenharborgolfclub.com/Winslow's. Winslow's, because good times and golf shouldn't have an off-season.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Second intermission here in Utah from the Delta Center. Bruins leading the Utah Hockey Club by the score of 1-0. We'll take a look at a busy night around the NHL. Earlier today, Ottawa 5-4 winners over the Tampa Bay Lightning. It was Detroit 5-2 over Nashville, keeping Nashville winless here to start this season. Dallas 4-1 over Edmonton. In overtime, the Florida Panthers get the 4-3 victory over the Vegas Golden Knights. Rangers all over Toronto, 4-1 the final there. In overtime, Washington Capitals 6-5 over the New Jersey Devils. Canucks shut out the Flyers by the score of 3-0. It was Minnesota 3 and Columbus 1. St. Louis with a 4-3 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes. In a shootout, the Islanders 4-3 over the Montreal Canadiens. And Buffalo gets a much-needed win 4-2 over the Chicago Blackhawks. One other game underway right now, and it's in the first period. The Calgary Flames trying to stay perfect on the season as they lead the Seattle Kraken by the score of 1-0. Here in Utah, Bruins 1, Utah Hockey Club 0 after 2 periods of play. We'll have the third period action next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like, hey Google, cool down my car. And, hey Google, turn on the dog feeder. Or change up your adventure. Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue. Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $289 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequencer shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.79 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 11/4/24.
Hey DQ fans, get any party started with a classic DQ fudge and crunch cake or blizzard treat cake. Available in multiple sizes and designs for any occasion at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
A lot of insurance companies offer compare and save tools. Are they accurate? Do they really understand my needs? Who knows? Wah, wah. Even worse, who knows what they do with the information you provide? That's why Safety Insurance is committed to working with independent agents. They'll listen, ask smart questions, and make sure you have coverage that truly protects you, even from cyber criminals.
10-5 going twice. So
ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. This is a black and gold flashback.
Marchand, right circle, Pasternak, centered, fired, they score! Patrice Bergeron able to fire it home, his first of the season, 4th point of the night, and the Bruins with a 6-3 lead.
That is this date in Bruins history. Back in 2017, Patrice Bergeron with a goal and 3 assists in what was his 900th NHL game as the Bruins beat the Vancouver Canucks by a count of 6-3. Here in Salt Lake City, it's a 1-0 Bruins lead as we go into the second period. Cole Koepke at 12:49 of the second from Brad Marchand. And that Marchand helper means that the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will donate another $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. So there'll be a minute 12 of power play time here to open up the third period for Utah as they try and get this game evened up. That penalty to Hampus Lindholm, who was whistled off for tripping Logan Cooley inside of the final minute of the second. Bruins will start the period with Coyle and Marchand up front, and Zadorov and Carlo, the defense pairing on this penalty-killing unit. Jeremy Swayman, 22 saves through 2 periods. He is down in the end to our left. Connor Ingram has stopped 15 out of 16 as he takes his spot down to our right.
You're looking at it, 16 shots for the Bruins, 5 of them from Koepke.
Nobody else has more than 2 in the game. On the near side boards.
5 of the 16 shots in 8 minutes of,
and they all came in the second period.
Just over 8 minutes.
Here's Keller bringing through neutral ice for Utah. He'll send one into the right wing corner. Coyle skates onto it first. Carlo trying to move it around the boards, got hemmed in.
Wouldn't settle for him.
Pushed around the boards near side to Sergachev, waiting for it at the blue line. He's got it. Plays it back in deep. Keller waiting for it in the right wing corner. Back to Schmaltz. And on to Sergachev. And touched along for Gunther at the left circle. They work it back up top to Sergachev. And the shot with Hayton in front of Swayman. Not sure if he tipped that or not, but it ended up wide of the far post. A chance to clear by Zadorov. It hit Coyle, but does get out of the zone.
That's good composure, though, by Brandon Carlo in behind the net. He's fighting off a couple of Utah players in below the goal line there, and he just pushes that puck free there for Zadorov to get that puck out.
10 seconds left on the Utah power play as Valimaki gives to Kesselring. Kesselring skates it to the Boston line, just inside the line. He'll play it around the top of the dasher to the near side boards. It comes to Michelli. Power play comes to an end as Hampus Lindholm is out. Puck comes right to him near the blue line. He'll feather it up the left wing side, but on the fresh ice, that's going to make it for icing.
And hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
With a minute 20 gone by in this second period, teams are at full strength. Face-off will be inside the Boston zone.
Yeah, you got 3 defensemen out there right now because after the icing call, Lindholm had just come out of the box. So they're figuring it all out right now in this defensive zone faceoff.
There's McAvoy and Lindholm lined up in the slot, and they send Peak over by the boards as Michelli wires one wide of Swayman. Utah loses it out of the zone. Michelli's got it at the center ice circle. Here's Valimaki picking up from there.
What were they doing there? Lindholm just went off the ice. Lorai hopped on for him. They still had 3 defensemen out there.
Utah whistled offside, and so the Bruins will be able to figure out their personnel. Send out the Elias Lindholm line here with Lorai and McAvoy. Zaka's going to take this faceoff on the far side of the ice and wins it toward the far boards. Just outside the Boston line. Lorai headed forward. Utah's got it here with Sergachev. Sending a pass to center ice. Here's Kerfoot carrying it across the line. Drops it back. Kesselring just inside the blue line. Picks it up on the fly. Kerfoot played it to the back of the net. Krause, McAvoy, and Lorai both sticking at that puck, helping to free it up. As it comes around the near board, Zaka will headman it along for Pasternak. Pasternak carrying into the Utah zone. Stops near side circle. Wheels it to the back of the net. Bruins had backed off. Sergachev will play it around the far boards. Patra goes to get it there just outside the Utah line. He'll play it back in on a delayed offside. Utah with Kesselring skating in front of his own bench near side. Pass it along for Schmaltz. Schmaltz brings it to the left circle. Floats one back to Keller just inside the line, and he'll play it down into the right wing corner. And around it comes for Kolyachonok. Crossing pass. Keller coming down the right circle. Ran out of room and just lifted one through the slot untouched. Schmaltz back in the neutral ice. Geeky, Patra on the near side as well. Pushed it into the Utah zone. Kolyachonok, as he fell, was able to get it over to Bortuzzo. Now it's Keller skating it back to the Boston line. It's just inside the line. Stumbles to his knees. Coyle takes the puck away. Brings it to the red line. Out of the Utah blue. Down the left wing circle he goes. Ingram took a poke at that puck.
Hooking call coming up.
Penalty
Keller.
coming up against Keller. So Marchand from the right circle. Centering pass, and Brazo on the back door was on a knee up against the far post and tried to kick that or angle it back toward the net. Instead, Utah touches up, and the penalty is called.
Yeah, Brazo had a tap-in goal if he's able to handle this. He went down on one knee to try to handle that pass. It went off of his skate. Got to angle that skate towards the net.
No kicking motion, just
angle the skate towards the net. Yeah,
you're allowed to deflect it.
Absolutely. If his skate is angled towards the net, he's got himself a goal.
16:43 to go. Keller off for hooking. And the Bruins with a 1-0 lead get their third power play chance of the game. Lindholm to take the draw and wins it. Here's McAvoy stepping toward the top of the right circle and fired one in Zaka's direction on the near side of the crease. But Utah able to get the clear.
He was looking for a tip short side.
McAvoy will leave it back in the defensive zone here for Zaka. And wide pass to Pasternak. Gaining steam through the blue line. Chipped it down in the right wing corner. Stenlund got a piece of him and spun Pasternak to the ice. Lindholm keeps it moving. Pasternak behind the net. Pushed it toward the far side. Marchand is there. Pasternak right in front for Lindholm. It came kicking back to Pasternak, and he got a shot in on Ingram, and then Lindholm had the rebound forced in behind the net. Lindholm's got it back right in front and shot it up over the crossbar in tight. Marchand right circle. Here's Zaka. Back to Marchand along the hash marks. Zaka from right in on the doorstep, banging away at the rebound, and Ingram gets it covered.
Wow, signs of life on the power play, at least. I mean, that's some good puck movement by the Bruins. And, they tried to find Lindholm right in the middle. Couldn't quite do it. That's a strong move there by Pavel Zaka from to the left of Ingram. He's on the right wing side. He's going to get this puck right along the goal line, and they're going to give him the lane to the net. He takes it right to the front of the net. Tries to slide it 5-hole. Ingram stays with him. Had a couple whacks at it, but they're going to keep this group out there, even though they're a minute into the power play. That's good, strong puck movement in the offensive zone.
And it'll be Lindholm to take this draw. Pulled it toward the near boards. Batted in behind the net. Krause has it for Utah, and he'll send it hard off the glass and down. A bouncing puck in on Swayman as he shovels it aside for McAvoy. 53 seconds left on the power play. Bruins going left to right. Zaka will bring through neutral ice, dumps it in on goal. Ingram steers it up off the glass with a stick, and it gets shot past McAvoy and all the way back down.
Yeah, now they should get the change. Two of them come off.
Coyle and Frederick jumping on. Pasternak stays out there.
Just
Hampus Lindholm, he took a little tumble, but he's
fell
back on
down
his
at
feet.
center ice.
Here's Coyle, left wing circle. Pushed into the corner for Hampus Lindholm. Back up top now. They work it to Patro on the right wing side. Deals it back to Pasternak for a one-timer, and Ingram squeezes that one.
Yeah, good little pass from Patro. He's going to penetrate down the right wing side into the corner. Doesn't force this one back through the seam because he really didn't have anything there. He knows he's got Pasternak in support behind him. Going to drop this puck off on the backhand pass, and Pasternak steps into a one-timer from out high.
So there's 19 seconds left on the Keller penalty. Coyle will take the face-off here. Patra and Frederick with him up front. Hampus Lindholm, Mason Lohrei stand at the ready of the blue line. Puck forced in behind the net. Schmaltz able to clear it past a pinching Lohrei. 10 to go on the penalty. Lindholm circles behind the Bruin net. Up the right side it comes to Coyle. Coyle can't play it past Schmaltz. Still on the near side boards. Cole trying to hold off Patra. Power play is over. Teams are at full strength as Hayton brings forward here for Utah. Schmaltz goes over to Keller, top of the right circle. Brings it through the high slot, all the way to the left faceoff dot, and a shot. Blocker saved by Swayman.
Swayman followed that, right? He kept moving to his right. He's able to get a blocker on it.
Lohrei pulls up just outside of his own blue line, gives to Kastelik. Kastelik 1-on-5 here as they're changing behind the play. Gets a shot in from a wide angle on Ingram. Schmaltz has it here for Utah and drops it back along the end boards. 14:06 to go in the third period. Bruins leading 1-0 here in Utah. Michelli turns it up ice, gains the red line, chips it down the right wing boards. Peak hammers it around the near side wall. Cole reaching out to help keep that alive, but now pushed out of the zone. Bortuzzo back in his own end here for Utah. To the right side, Michelli dumps it in. Near corner. Peak put his shoulder on Yamamoto. Puck will be cleared out to neutral ice. Geekie kicking it onto his stick against Kesselring. Just inside the Utah line. Into the corner. Brazo will bring it to the hash marks. Played it back toward the back of the net. Marchand goes to get it there. Brings it to the near circle himself. Marchand has it taken away as he was tied up with Stenlund, and Yamamoto took that puck. Michelli on into the attack zone here for Utah. Centering pass, Kerfoot. Save made by Swayman with the rebound. They score. Yamamoto able to deposit the rebound as Swayman wasn't sure where it was, and Utah ties it at 1.
Yeah, the Bruins have full possession of this puck in the offensive zone, but try to make a little bit too much. Marchand gets double teamed instead of rotating it back down low. Now it's going to lead to an odd man rush coming the other way. The Bruins are able to rotate back. Cross ice pass. The initial shot is taken, and Yamamoto rotates to the front of the net. He's going to get the rebound. Swayman has to come left to right to make the initial save. The Bruins challenging an offsides here. It might be.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Jim Montgomery, a couple words there for Brad Marchand on the bench. And if they're challenging, they got to be pretty sure.
So Utah's hit a couple of posts. One that they thought was in earlier tonight.
Oh, yeah, put himself offside.
Yeah, Yamamoto
put himself offside.
Skated in offside.
Lindholm came over and challenged him right at the blue line. And he left the puck there, and his feet were over the blue line. That's a good challenge by the Bruins.
Yeah, he does not have possession of the puck.
It's not possession.
Yeah, he does not have possession of the puck when it crosses the blue line.
But Jim Montgomery talking to Brad Marchand, you're forcing that right there. You rotate it back down low. full possession in the offensive zone. I think a great challenge and a great get there by the Bruins video coaches.
The officials, the linesman over looking at it on the tablet here.
I can't believe it's going to take a while. I mean,
puck's not on his stick.
No, it's offside.
Yeah,
definitely.
13:06 to go. Utah has come close a number of times to getting on the board tonight. It has not happened, and it looks as though it may not have happened this time either. Let's get our announcement here.
It was deemed to be offside. There's no goal.
They nailed it. So Yamamoto has his goal wiped off the board. He was the offside offender. And it's still a 1-0 Bruins lead. They'll reset the clock to 13:12, which is when that offside occurred. Faceoff will come outside of the Boston blue line.
They're supposed to go to commercial break. Not sure if they're going to or not. I think they're trying to figure that out right now.
That might be what the holdup is here. Referee.
If it was a goal, they wouldn't go to commercial break, but because it's offside, well, they're going to drop the puck. Worry about it later.
Commercials can wait. Face off, won by Zaka. It'll be played up the far boards, and it'll be an icing against Boston.
So we still won't go to commercial break. Yeah, good get by the Bruins video coaches there. I don't think that was one of their easier ones. They've had some good ones over the last couple of seasons. They had one last year in Minnesota. Wow, that was a good get. Sometimes you see them, and sometimes you really got to. There was like a puck in the air, I believe, last year, and they got it. They got it right.
Face-off win here for Utah. Sergachev, left point man, played it down the boards to the dome.
For you to challenge those, I mean, you got to be pretty sure, because otherwise you're getting a penalty.
Right. Here's a shot blocked in front. Kraus tried to get it, and Kerfoot whistled one wide of Swayman from the far dot.
Another turnover.
Kraus over to Kerfoot. He's out near the blue line now. Threw one toward the net, blocked by Elias Lindholm. McAvoy gets a block as well. Puck scrambled for along the far side of the net. Kraus will wrap it around near side for Sergachev at the blue line. On to Kesselring. His long shot taken by Swayman, hangs on to it and draws the whistle. And now we will take a break with 12:33 to go in the second period. It's still the Bruins 1 and Utah 0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
If you're running a small business, you know that every dollar counts, and there are lots of ways you could try saving money. Like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downgrading your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could just try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. You could save up to 70% on business wireless versus AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, which means more money you can use for things your business needs. Don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile. An incredible value and a smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile. Powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Taxes and fees extra. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home
Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 12:33 to go. Bruins have a 1-0 lead over the Utah Hockey Club here in Salt Lake City. And a face-off inside the Boston zone, controlled by Utah, thrown toward the net by Gunther, blocked by Carlo, played it off the far boards, but not out.
Yeah, Carlo's had at least 4 or 5 blocks here today. He's been involved in that department, but couldn't get that puck out.
Poke check toward the blue line. Gunther takes a swat at it to keep it alive. Centering pass denied by Hampus Lindholm, but ends up getting redirected back into the far corner. Carlo took a big hit, but moved it to Lindholm. Beecher plays it out of the zone. Here's Koepke up the right wing side. Koepke stops along the right wing circle, looking for help. Now takes a shot. Beecher, who I think got hit by the initial shot as he fell down, tried to put one on goal. He sweeps it back in behind the net now, and it'll be Valimaki to reverse it back toward the near side. Brazo putting pressure on, forces Kolyachonik to the far side, and pivots back in behind his own net once again. Gunther, pass up the left side near boards for Keller. Shadowed by Peak. Brazo comes to help out defensively. Cole whistles one across through the slot. Untouched. Out of the far corner. Coyle to Marchand. They did not get it out of the zone. Zadorov back behind his own net. Will try it to the near side for Peak. And now to Marchand, who plays it up the right wing boards. And a big collision along the near side right in front of the Bruins bench as Cole came calling for Marchand. 11:10 to go here in the third period. Keller pushes it back into the Utah attack. Patra near side boards, squeezed by Keller. Still they dig for it. Patra popped it free. Frederick backhands it out of the zone. Bortuzzo back in his own end here for Utah. Gives to Michelli, cutting out across his own blue line. Carries all the way into the Boston zone, down the left wing side. Around the far boards goes Bortuzzo, coming in to try to make a play on it. Bruins have it. Patra will lob one out through neutral ice. Geeky on his horse. Sergachev cuts him off, but Frederick picks up a loose puck from the left circle. A partially blocked shot trickles in on Ingram, who covers it up.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was partially blocked. I think it just went off the toe of his stick, trying to either throw it on net or trying to find Geeky in front. Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Another reminder for our fans listening on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston. Tuesday night when the Bruins take on Nashville, you'll be able to find the broadcast in Boston over on Country 102.5 due to a conflict with the Celtics game. The rest of our affiliates will be on with you in your normal spot.
Banner raising, is it not?
It is.
Yeah.
Which is why they're getting precedence over us on Tuesday night. As Carlo pushes it toward the corner. Backhanded in front by Zaka, but taken away, and Utah will start it out.
Oh, good gap there. Lindholm right at center ice. You know, they try to get going. Utah does through the neutral zone, and Lindholm's right there. Uh-oh.
Here's Cooley with speed up the right side. Around Lindholm. Save made by Swayman. And he, as the rebound popped up, grabbed it with a glove. They took a poke at him, and we got wrestling matches behind the net.
Yeah, that's McBain. He doesn't mind getting involved offensively. He's a physical guy, but boy, flying down that right side that time was Cooley. Lindholm, I was just complimenting him on the play he made in the neutral zone that time. A little bit flat-footed, and Cooley flying down that right side, attacking the net from his off wing. Swayman just calmly holding that short side post and able to glove that puck.
Utah coach Andre Tourigny yesterday used the term grumpy to describe McBain's playing style. He said not grumpy off the ice, but on the ice, he's a grumpy player.
I don't mind that.
Face off
I don't mind that at all.
No.
I'll take that.
I know Andre Tourigny doesn't mind it either. Here is Kastelik backhanding one into the Utah zone. Beecher will go to get it. Able to slip through a check from Kolyachonik. Puck comes back toward the near side. Kolyachonik will get to it first and play it up the boards for Kerfoot. He and Beecher collide. Both guys go down. Kerfoot back up to play the puck from his own end. Up the middle for Doan. Touched it along for Valimaki. Spun in behind the Boston net. And it'll be lifted up and out of the zone here by Coyle. Kolyachonik caught it and dropped it down to his stick right as Marchand came his direction. Here's Brazo, a takeaway along the near boards, but Marchand was in the offensive zone offside, so turned back over. Kolyachonok has it from the near circle with 9:10 to play here in regulation. Keller and a spring Hayton up the near side. He goes down, trying to draw a call against McAvoy. Bruins get it out. Schmaltz to a cutting Keller. Moves into the Bruins zone. Up top for Cole. One-touch pass looking for Schmaltz in front. Taken away. Patra will skate it toward the near side boards and gets it out of the zone and then takes one away from Kesselring. And Patra's up the left wing circle, going right to the net with a backhand. And the save made by Ingram.
Kesselring's.
Here's another chance in front. Frederick taking off his stick.
Kesselring stripped Patra of the puck, and Patra stayed right with him.
Keller's pass through the neutral ice, picked off by Morgan Geekie. Mason Lohrei to the red line, dumps it in. Ingram goes behind the net and stops it with 8:20 to go. Stenlund working his way through the neutral ice. Yamamoto kept it moving forward, fired around the near boards. Waiting for it just outside the blue line was Zacha. Bounced off his stick. Stenlund moved it across ice. They've got Michelli to send it softly into the right wing corner. Carlo sends it hard around the boards. Pasternak finds Zacha. Here's Elias Lindholm coming down the middle, cutting toward his right. Tried to take the shot, slipped off the end of his stick, and Pasternak's got it back in the neutral ice as Hampus Lindholm drives one in. That one will get beyond Ingram, who came out to play it. Pasternak in the near corner, got it in front for Kastelik, trying to get it to his backhand, and he tripped over the goaltender's stick as Ingram reached out to try to make a play on the puck. Zadorov will start the Bruins out from their own zone. Pass ahead. Koepke redirects that one deep into the Utah zone with 7:23 to go. Kastelik in the far corner, getting into it with McBain. Beecher back to Zadorov at the blue line. On to Koepke.
Tuzo's got a broken stick.
Kastelik to Koepke, left side hash marks. Beecher, Bortuzzo without a stick, trying to make the play on. Instead, it's Peak at the near side point. Gives to Koepke, moving toward the high slot. Shot blocked by Bortuzzo, kept alive by Peak. Koepke's got it, right wing circle. Backs his way toward the corner near side. Back to Peak. Over to the far side for Zadorov. Now to Coyle. Backhands toward the corner for Marchand. Marchand behind the net. Bortuzzo goes crashing into the end boards to stop him. Puck gets through Zadorov back at the far point. And Swayman will come out to the far circle, shoot it back ahead quickly. And here's Coyle just inside the Utah line. And then forced out of the zone by Valimaki. Zadorov barking at the official. Thought there should have been a Utah penalty somewhere in there. And now there won't be as Coyle gets taken down. Puck will come back into the zone here as McAvoy plays for Brazo. Brazo giving chase as Kesselring back to play for Utah. And now Ingram goes down in the crease. The crowd looking for a penalty there. There won't be one. 6 minutes to go. Patra brings it across the line, drops it off for Frederick. He goes down as he tried to tee up a shot. Patra deals it back to the blue line for Lohrei. Fires a pass across to McAvoy. Back across for Lohrei. Fakes the shot. Drags it to his forehand. And his shot gets blocked in the slot.
Yeah, Krause was able to just stay with him enough to get a piece of it as Lohrei tried to drag that puck to the middle.
McAvoy gets it and deals it around behind his own net. Lohrei to Zacha, cutting toward the far side of the ice. Pass ahead. Elias Lindholm redirects it into the Utah zone with 5:20 to go. 1-0 Bruins have the lead. Schmaltz with a pass ahead. Kolyachonok behind the defense. Backhander. Score. Kolyachonok apparently just got that under the bar. And Utah's tied it at 1.
Well, the Bruins were in total control here. Kolyachonok gets this puck up the left wing side. I don't think Carlo saw him. Carlo was kind of covering Keller, looking at Keller. Didn't expect Kolyachonok to jump up like he did on that left side, and he gets behind everybody. And he's a left shot coming in the left side. Got a lane to the net. He goes backhand and up and over the glove of Jeremy Swayman, just under the bar.
I thought at first it might have hit the crossbar and come out. But Toronto takes a look at it. It's a good goal. We're tied at 1. 5:08 to go here in Utah. Puck dumped in behind Swayman. Michelli gets in there against Zadorov. Zadorov's got him up against the boards. Stenlund finds a free puck, shoots it back into the tie-up between Zadorov and Michelli. Puck will be sent around the near side boards now. Bruins will come away with it with Peak giving to Koepke, lobbed out into the neutral ice. Kastelik gets bumped off stride. Stenlund will bring it back to the Boston line. Drop off for Michelli. Shot blocker save Swayman. It's taken and pushed up ice here for Kastelik. Brazo going to chase up the right side. Slips around Kesselring, but Kesselring stays with the puck and gets it to Sergachev. Pass off a skate. Brazo trying to get to it and does just inside the blue line and sends it back around the boards with 4:15 to play in regulation. Pass up the right side for Gunther. Dumped in around behind Swayman. Top free toward the slot. Taken out of there by Pasternak. Brings it into the neutral ice. Can't keep it moving through the red line. McAvoy will turn it away from the Boston zone. Gunther's pass broken up by Pasternak, and the Bruins have it with McAvoy shooting down into the Utah zone. Pasternak, they're going to whistle that an icing?
That was a little late.
I mean, Pasternak won the race to the dot. Did he not?
Well, it's where the puck's going, though. It doesn't. In that situation, it doesn't matter. It's just a late whistle. Even Ian Cole looked at the linesman like, if the puck's going away from Pasternak and closer to Cole, they have that discretion.
So 3:43 left. Tied at 1. Face off down into the Boston zone. Elias Lindholm will take this face-off against Barrett Hayton. Lindholm won it. McAvoy backhands behind the Boston net. Lohrei will feed it up the far side for Zacha. Drops it back here for McAvoy. Schmaltz got a piece of his pass. And Utah's got it with 3.5 to go. Schmaltz in across the line. Poke checked off his stick by Lohrei. Keller keeps it moving out near the blue line. Shot into traffic in front. Not sure if it got through to Swayman or not. Keller will deal it off for Sergachev out near the line. Over to Kesselring. Keller, right wing circle. Sergachev off the cross ice pass. Back across to Keller. Stepping toward the face-off circle. Taken away by Lindholm.
Good help by Lindholm in the middle of the ice that time.
Utah trying to get right back into the zone, and they do as they're changing behind the play as well. Keller gets it from Schmaltz. Steals it off for Valimaki. Long shot. Redirected on Swayman. Rebound puts just wide of the net. Swayman made the initial save, and then as the puck comes back out in front, McAvoy just shovels it to Swayman to cover it up. 2:45 to go in regulation. We're tied at 1 here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Prologue, Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid are redefining the future of electrifying performance. But the one thing that launches us to the front lines of innovation is the spirit of determination that powers us. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Town Fair Tire.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
The Bruins Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes is back for the 2024-25 season. Head to bostonbruins.com/ultimatefan and enter for your chance to win 4 tickets to an upcoming Bruins home game this season. 1-1 is our score here in Utah. 2:45 to go in regulation. Face-off will be to the left of Jeremy Swayman, down to our left. Zaka against Doan. Doan gets kicked out. Kerfoot gets in. Kerfoot wins it. Doan sends it back to Valimaki at the blue line. Over to the near side. Kolyachonok back over to Valimaki. Pressured by Beecher. Steps away from him. Skates it down the right wing circle. To the back of the net to Kerfoot. Kept it moving back to Kolyachonok at the near point. Over to the far side. Beecher blocked the initial shot. Second one went high and wide, and Hampus Lindholm has the puck. Around to the far side again for Beecher, but Krause able to keep it deep. Bruins will try it to the near side, and Carlo had it taken away by Kerfoot, and from a wide angle, he missed the net.
That puck would not come off the wall that time. It was up on edge, and it was right up against the wall. Carlo had a second or two there to make a play, but he couldn't get it off the wall.
2:03 to go as Utah comes back toward the Bruins zone. Zadorov will fire back out of there. Just out of Pasternak's reach. That's going to be an icing.
Too many of those today. You know that Jim Montgomery highlighted that not that long ago, and it's the ones that can be avoided, the icings that can be avoided. There's been some missed passes, and that started right from the beginning of this game.
Face off to the right of Swayman. Coyle against Cooley.
Oh, no. He doesn't get kicked out of there. That's a new rule.
Right.
He's got to stay in there.
Gets a warning first, right? Does it a second time, it's a penalty.
Yeah, they haven't called that in a couple of years. At least in the games that I've seen.
Coyle to Pasternak coming out of the zone. Trying to drive it into the Utah end. We've got Pasternak, Marchand, and Coyle together here with 1:38 to go. McBain swept it past Peak. Zadorov trying to get it away from Gunther. Takes it away at the back of the net. Zadorov's going to skate it forward here to the red line. He sends it down into the right wing corner. Bruins going to turn and go for a change with 1:20 to go. Tie game. Sergachev left it for Cole behind the Utah net, and Sergachev heads off as part of a Utah change as well. Cole hands off to Keller, who brings it out to his own blue line. Kolyachonok with speed down the left side. Swept it to the back of the net. Keller on the far side. Knocked down by Koepke. Free puck. Cleared out by Lohrei. Brazo will sweep it in behind Ingram, who steps out behind his net to stop it, and then takes another dive as Lindholm went by. That's twice this period he's done that.
Call the dive then. Call the embellishment. They're not going to. I don't understand that, but
32 seconds left. Pass angled through neutral ice. Here comes Utah across the line. Drop pass for Michelli. Michelli sent it back across to the near side, just out of the reach of Yamamoto. Now Michelli from the bottom of the far circle got a shot in on Swayman. Rebound forced behind the net. Lindholm, Pasternak swept it ahead. 11 seconds to go in the period. Is that going to make it far enough for icing? No, it was tipped, so they wave it off anyway. And deep in his own zone, Sergachev and Kesselring will just wait for the horn to sound to end regulation, and we're headed to overtime. Tied at 1. Kolyachonok's goal at 14:51 even things up. We'll have overtime when we return to Utah here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Do you have a cracked, dirty, chipped, or damaged bathtub? Don't replace it. Call Boston Bathtub. This is Christian from Boston Bathtub. We'll refinish your old tub and make it clean, shiny, and looking brand new again. Boston Bathtub's Rapid Coat technology means you can use your tub or sink the same day. We're proud to offer a 2-year warranty on refinished bathtubs, tile walls, sinks, countertops, and more. Don't replace, refinish, and save money with Boston Bathtub. To book your job today, call 617-500-6674 and at bostontub.com.
Hi,
I'm Jim Burns, sales manager from AAA Work Trucks, your local truck upfitter in Billerica. We all know your truck setup is critical to your success on the job, so choose AAA Work Trucks to upfit your vehicle. We sell and install virtually everything your commercial truck needs, from van shelving to ladder racks, lift gates, toolboxes, power inverters, and much more. Call 866-783-6222 and we'll come up with a solution that works best for you. Visit us at AAAWorkTrucks.com. That's AAAWorkTrucks.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
The Bruins' first visit to Salt Lake City is going to take longer than 60 minutes. As we go to overtime, tied at 1, Cole Koepke at 12:49 of the second period with his third of the year from Brad Marchand had the Bruins on top until 5:09 remained in regulation. And Vladislav Kolyachonok scored his first from Nick Schmaltz and Clayton Keller. And we're even at a goal apiece. Shots are 30-23 through regulation in favor of Utah. In the third period, they led 8-7. Bruins will start with Zacha, Pasternak, and McAvoy as their three-man unit. Keller, Stenlund, and Sergachev out there for Utah. And Utah will control the puck first as they go back into their own zone with it. Sergachev hands off to Keller. Keller takes a tumble against Pasternak, and they're going to call Pasta for a trip. Ingram goes to the bench. Extra attacker has come on, and it's 4-on-3 here with an empty net at the Utah end. Schmaltz still in his own zone with the puck. Plays it around Pasternak. They work it ahead for Gunther. Just inside the Boston line. A drop pass for Schmaltz. Sent over far side. Keller with a wrist shot. Save made Swayman, and the rebound is touched up to draw the penalty against Pasternak with 4:18 to go here in overtime.
Yeah, well up the ice this time. You know, inside the blue line. And Pasternak, he's just going to get caught reaching a little bit. Keller tried to cut back on him. It's a trip. You know, he makes a nice cut back, and Pasternak's stick gets in there on the feet of Keller.
So it will be a 4-on-3 power play for Utah. And they're going to use their timeout here to set things up. Utah 0 for 3 on the man advantage tonight, as is Boston. But they've had some good opportunities.
4-on-3 this time, and they have moved it around pretty well, but to make sure they're all on the same page here for this 4-on-3.
Both teams' units gathered around their coaching staff. Joe Sacco working that dry erase board at the Boston.
Probably be Lindholm,
bench.
Carlo, and Coyle, I would imagine, for the Bruins.
Face-off will be down to our right, to the left of Jeremy Swayman.
We're giving the Bruins a lot of extra time to talk about this thing, huh?
Just blew his whistle and had to go over to the Bruins bench, but it is, in fact, Coyle, Carlo, and Hampus Lindholm. Schmaltz, Keller, Gunther, and Sergachev, the four-man power play unit for Utah. 4:18 to go in overtime. Tied at 1. Coyle against Schmaltz on the face-off. Coyle kicking at it. Comes toward the near boards. Utah will get possession. Sergachev moving it along the blue line. Deals on to Keller, right circle. Back up top, Sergachev. Keller, one-timer, snapped his stick in half. Carlo gets it to Hampus Lindholm, and he shoots it off the glass and out past a leaping Keller, who had gotten his new stick from the bench.
Swayman read that well, but Keller had that stick one-timer from the right wing circle, snap in half, and that allows Lindholm to clear.
Minute 33 to go in the power play. Schmaltz drops it off for Keller, far side. Challenged by Carlo. Keller's got it back along the blue line. Steps into the left circle. Up top for Sergachev. Out center blue line. Sergachev deals it off left side for Gunther. Back to Sergachev. One-timer, and Swayman takes it right in the logo.
Yeah, he got a good look at that. Sergachev can bring it, and he's right in the middle of the ice for that one-timer, but Schmaltz had vacated the front of the net. Change for the Bruins with McAvoy, Zadorov, and Zacha coming out for this.
3:32 to go in overtime, a minute 14 to go on the Pasternak penalty. Zonka 4 out of 8 on face-off so far tonight. Go up against Nick Schmaltz, who's won 3 out of 4. Schmaltz wins this one. Sergachev along the blue line, gives to Keller, top of the right circle, pass across, picked off by Zonka in the slot, cleared all the way down. A minute to go on the Pasternak penalty, 3:18 to go in overtime. Through the neutral ice, Keller brings it across the line. Schmaltz will leave it at the blue line for Sergachev. Along the near side, steps toward the top of the right face-off circle, gives down low to Keller, back up top Sergachev. Sergachev takes the shot, and it bounces wide off a redirect in front.
Zonka trying to deny that pass over to the left wing circle as they're looking for Gunther.
Zadorov cleared the puck into the neutral ice. Sergachev plays it away from him. Gunther will bring it right back in here for Utah. 25 to go on the power play. Oh, just out of Coyle's reach, but Sergachev misplayed at the blue line and out. Bruins getting some changes on the three-man unit. 15 seconds before Pasternak gets released. 2.5 minutes to go in overtime. Michelli hands it off for a cutting Hayton. Hayton right side. Back up top for Michelli. Goes to the left wing circle. Still carrying the puck. Now on to Cooley. Pasternak comes out of the box. Kesselring scores! Kesselring coming down the right circle. Beats Swayman with a wrist shot. And Utah wins it 2-1.
Now, Pasternak's out of the box, but he's not in the